The Philippines is prone to multiple hazards. The education sector is one of the most vulnerable sectors during the emergencies. It is among those that often suffer the impacts of disaster brought about by the natural and human hazards. To address efficiently on these threats to human lives, particularly to our learners, personnel, and school facilities, Santiago National High School as a government learning institution has been implementing the Disaster Risk Reduction Management Program as per mandated by the Department of Education. The school has been steadfast in the effort of achieving its primary goal to institutionalizing the culture of resiliency at all levels in partnership with the different agencies of the government, namely the provincial, municipal, and the Barangay Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the Department of Science and Technology, Municipal Engineering's Office, Philippine National Police, Bureau of Fire Protection, Municipal Environment and Natural Resources Office, Philippine Army, Provincial, Municipal and Barangay Health Office, Provincial, Municipal, and Local Barangay Units, and other NGOs, namely the Plan International, Red Cross, local business sectors, private individuals, alumni, and parents. With these strengths and collaborations from multivarious sectors in the community, the Santiago National High School is sincerely committed in its advocacy, providing a child-friendly, safe, and resilient environment to all Filipino learners. Enabling environment. The school has adapted localized programs and policies relating to DRRM, climate change adaptation and education, school safety, namely proper waste segregation program. Each classroom and offices position 3 trash bins with proper labels and trash bags, biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and recyclable. Students are informed with the guidelines and policies of the program for its sustainability. Pinapakinabangan ang basura program. The school put up material recovery facilities to deposit all recyclable materials like tires, cans, bottles, GI sheets, empty plastic bottles, and etc. These recyclable materials will be used as trash bins, barricade in the garden area, decorations, and teachers' instructional materials. This program promotes preservation of our Mother Earth. Water break policy. During the General PTA Assembly, the parents were oriented about this program where their child is required to have their own water tumbler in compliance with this policy. This policy will be conducted once within a period of each subject area. The subject teacher is the one who will declare the 1-minute water break policy within each period. This policy will help the students regain their focus and energy to participate in the teaching-learning process regardless of multiple activities prepared by the subject teacher. In fact, our body needs enough water to have its normal function. Community Cleanup Drive. This is quarterly program of the school in partnership with BLGU of Santiago. This program aims to maintain cleanliness not only within the school community but out of the school as well. Also, this will lessen the impact of pollution throughout the environment. The school posted and implemented do's and don'ts in all laboratories, classrooms, and offices to ensure the safety of the facilities and equipment. The school formed SDRRM team with a focal person and consisting of personnel from different offices with defined membership and roles and responsibilities and functions. The school has a comprehensive DRRM plan which includes CCA and education in emergencies measures covering risk assessment, risk reduction, and rehabilitation and recovery. The school have established comprehensive school safety monitoring tool with specific objectives that would greatly monitor and prepare the school for any natural and human-induced disaster. The school has allocated budget to support DRRM activities stated in AIP. The school conducted student-led watching and hazard mapping according to Department Order 23 Series of 2015 and involved students in DRRM planning. The school had incorporated the results of student-led school watching and hazard mapping in the school DRRM plan and School Improvement Plan or SIP. The school has documented programs and activities on DRRM covering the 3 pillars to monitor impact exists. The school conducted and celebrated the following activities: National Disaster Resilience Month, monthly drills with search and rescue simulation with BFA and BLS, RCY trainings, capacity building for parents, guardians, capacity building of school personnel, monthly competition and awarding on the most prepared class. The school head and SDRM focal person were oriented about the process on the submission of rapid assessment of damages report or radar to the central office during the localized thunderstorm resulting to flood on January 21, 2019. The school had 100% completed answering the questions in the Education Management Information System and the Enhanced Basic Information System. The school has partnerships that could be tapped to support its DRM programs and activities, including those after a disaster. The school linked with stakeholders, BLGU of Santiago and MLGU of Caraga through Memorandum of Agreement for partnerships. Pillar 1. Safe Learning Facilities. School building and classroom components are according to DepEd and or National Building Code approved standard design and specifications. The rooms, office, storage, instructional classrooms, and etc. of the school were properly labeled with building numbers in each school building and IECs on disaster awareness. All school buildings have ramps for an easy access by the persons with disability. The corridors are passable by the students, school personnel, stakeholders, visitors, and etc. without obstruction. School conducted risk assessment of buildings in coordination with Education Facilities Division and with support of other agencies and partners, MDRRMO, BFP, and Municipal Engineering's Office. The Office of the Municipal Engineering's MDRRMO BFP LGU Caraga conducted a quarterly inspection on SDRM equipment and facilities. School has taken appropriate action with respect to unsafe buildings, example upgraded and retrofitted, non-usage, and etc. The following are the school buildings were retrofitted, rehabilitated, and newly constructed. Undertaken regular inspection and repair of minor classrooms. Damages as stated on Annual Implementation Plan or AIP. The School Physical Facilities Coordinator reported the result of the regular inspection to the school head and conducted the minor repair with the assistance of the stakeholders as soon as needed. School head is clear with the roles and functions of the school in camp management vis-a-vis the LGU and DSWD as per Joint Memorandum Circular No. 1 Series of 2013, Guidelines and Evacuation Center Coordination and Management, and RA 10821, Children's Emergency Relief and Protection Act and its corresponding IRR. Pillar 2. School Disaster Risk Management. School has a contingency plan, example, preparedness plan turned into response action when a disaster strikes. More than 80% of students and their families have accomplished the Family Preparedness Plan together as per Department Order No. 27 Series of 2015. The school utilizes a tool under the said DepEd order. School has established a school personnel and learners tracking system or protocol in the event of a disaster or emergency. Hazard and evacuation maps are located in the conspicuous places in the school. School has available, accessible, and adequate first aid kit in every instructional classroom. School has enough necessary and functional equipment in case of disaster, example, fire extinguisher, handheld radio, generator, and etc. In partnership with the 71st Infantry Battalion, the school have established a pedestrian lane to ensure the safety of the students and school personnel for vehicular accidents. School conducted regular hazard-specific drills, at least 3 hazards, with participation of stakeholders, BFP, medic, LGUs, NGOs, community, PTA, alumni, and others. School has established functional early warning system to inform students and personnel of hazards and emergencies, considering national and LGU warning system and protocol. Students has trained personnel to administer first aid to students and personnel. The school had conducted emergency basic first aid by the Red Cross Davao Oriental Chapter, sponsored by Plan International. School has pre-identified spaces for putting up temporary learning spaces, shelters in the aftermath of the disaster or emergency. School has ready resumption strategies and alternative delivery modes to ensure education continuity, strategies, materials, focal persons to implement. School has psychosocial interventions for personnel and students. The school had designated a guidance advocate to administer the psychosocial intervention. The school conducted moral recovery programs or values formation. The school has guidance office for psychosocial intervention to both students and school personnel. School has trained teachers and other personnel who could provide psychosocial support to students. The school guidance designate undergone varied trainings. School has an evacuation plan and procedures. School has student family reunification plan that is clearly disseminated to students, teachers, and parents. School conducted awareness and capacity building for families and learners. Demonstration on packing a survival kit and procedures in making life jacket. Symposium with PNP. Symposium on fire prevention and safety measures. Symposium on Explosive Ordnance Device, Bomb Squad, PO3 Shedder, M. Ferrando. Orientation and Family Preparedness Plan of the school under SDRRM programs, Orientation and Family Reunification Plan, Contingency Plan, Education Continuity Plan, and other SDRRM-related concerns under Department Order No. 27 Series of 2015. School participated in the different DRRM, CCA, EIE activities of the LGU and partners, namely Fire Prevention Month, LGU Caraga, Community Responders Emergency First Aid Training, HIV or AIDS Forum, Pista ng Davao Oriental with the theme Peace Building Through Conflict Resilient Communities, Promotion of Safety Against Fire and Emergencies Training, National Disaster Resilience Month Essay Contest. Pillar 3, DRR in Education. School has integrated key DRRM, CCA, EIE concepts in at least 4 subjects based on the National Curriculum Guide. More than 90% of students are actively participating in various DRRM, CCA, EIE activities. School has a DRRM, CCA, EIE capacity building plan for teachers and personnel. School head and personnel have received at least 3 DRRM, CCA, EIE trainings from division or region partners. Training of trainers on comprehensive school safety and enhancement of school improvement plan with the integration of DRR and CCA. Community responders course for lay rescuers training with adult CPR demonstration. Incident Command System Seminar. The school have 5 sets of self-learning kits in English, Filipino, Mathematics, Science, and Araling Panlipunan for grades 7 and 8 donated by Plan International. SDRRM corners with updated IEC materials are constructed in every classroom.